was made 520 days ago, aka 1 year, 5 months, and 4 days ago. So it really needs an update. It should be a yearly thing from now on.
It should be a yearly thing from now on.
So it totally hasn't been 2 years, 2 months, and 25 days. I swore I did one last year. Guess I didn't. Alright, let's cut to the chase. I did a poll on how I should do this video, and the results are a fun fact, and their name, of course. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Well, some plushies might not have a fun fact because I either forgot it or they didn't have one in the first place because they weren't really interesting. But most of them will have fun facts, don't worry. We are also, sort of, going by series, which is the biggest to smallest, then some miscellaneous at the end. Okay? Okay, let's do this! Yeah, to the surprise of myself, actually, Pokemon seems to be my largest collection. So let's go through it together. Forgot to mention that this is in Pokédex order for literally no reason other than I wanted to, but this is Casey the Bulbasaur, who I'm sure is named after an Aphmau character for some reason. This is Pierce the Charmander. He's a little prankster guy. This is Ian, Pierce's pranking partner, and is British for some reason. This is Dusty, the Pikachu plushie. He's actually my first Pokemon plushie, and I'm like 90% sure that I specifically got him at the Miami airport. I don't know why I remember that. This is Callum, the Pikachu, who I sometimes call Pincushion, because I use him as a pincushion for my pins. This is Lucas, the Pikachu. Not much is going on with him. This is April, the Pikachu. I distinctly remember I got her at a con because someone else wanted the plushie that I wanted, and I was like, no, it's okay. I'll go get this cool Pikachu, and I never regretted that decision. This is May the Pikachu, and she likes April very much. This is Matthew the Pikachu, who is an unpaid intern. And this is his little brother, Michael the Pikachu. Okay, this one's a doozy. You ready for this? No? Too bad. His name is Nickel Smart. Nickel Smart the Pikachu. He's a robot. This is Vixen the Pikachu. Oh no. This is Vixen the Pikachu. They handle all of the Christmas preparations, if you couldn't already tell. This is Dasher the Pikachu. If you're wondering why I have so many Pikachu, I might have gotten a little bit too excited when the UK Pokemon Center website opened up. This is Tomoyo the Pikachu. She normally has a piece of paper in the shape of a heart to cover her tail because, well, she's trans. This is Conch the Lapras. Yes, I know they're very likely a bootleg, but like, I don't really care. I got them at my first convention ever. So they're special, okay? These are Athena the Eevee. Despite her sharing a name with the goddess of wisdom, she's not very smart. This big boy over here is Kata the Eevee. Literally the first thing I bought when I went to Comic-Con for the first time, and I carried him everywhere. And don't forget Sakura the Eevee. I think it's pretty obvious who I ship them with. Like, they literally do not come apart. Behold! Bia the Vaporeon! She's a mail carrier. I don't know why, I just kind of thought of it and stuck with it for years. This is Carson! I named him that because he owns a car. This is Danny the Flareon. I often struggle to stick to a name, but like, hopefully I'm sticking with Danny this time. This is Mewtwo, the Mewtwo, legendary and mythical Pokemon. I don't give them names. Their arms aren't always in this position. They are posable, but I've kept them crossed for like so long, it feels weird for like any other pose now. It's Mew! I actually can't decide if they can talk or not. Finally, we get to Gen 2 with Noi the Pichu. They're one of the youngest plushies here. This is Volo the Togepi, who has no ulterior motives, I swear. This is Eliza the Espeon, who I named after Eliza from Hamilton. This is Fennegan the Umbreon, who is ambiguously evil. Okay, yeah, we don't have many plushies for Gen 2, but we're starting with Gen 3 with... This is Jean the Plusle, a kind of incompetent detective. And this is Sam the Minun, the more competent detective. This is... Hold on, give me a second. Mary Joseph Paul Yves Gilbert du Montier de Lafayette. Or Marquise de Lafayette. The Absol. Yes, that is their name. Also, they're mute. Here's Jirachi. Remember when I was talking about how I wanted another plushie at a con, but I got April instead? This was the one! I ended up getting them somewhere else. Nice. We're on to Gen 4 now with Cameron the Lucario. I bring him everywhere I travel, as he's just a guy that loves adventure. This is Gardenia the Espeon. She's a doctor. Oh. This is Heather the Glaceon. She likes fashion, but is a bit too anxious to pursue her passions. This is Comet the Glaceon. They're in charge of Christmas tree decorating. And I also keep mispronouncing their name as Comment, and it... Here's Giratina. You probably won't see him in my videos often since they're canonically banished to the distortion world, and I don't think Arceus would like it if I let him out. Speaking of Arceus, you might not see them often either because, like, you know, they are literally a god. But they do show up to, like, public social plushie events, so... You can see them in the background there. We go from gods to starters as we enter Gen 5, starting with Spencer the Oshawott, who is really dramatic. He was like dramatic in one video and that's all I remember. Though some may say she should be in the Gen 6 section and not Gen 5, I don't really particularly care. This is Bella, the Mega Audino. She's a fellow doctor. I love her so much. This is a Zoroa. You might be wondering what their name is since they aren't like a legendary or a mythical. The thing is that they have too many names. It's Zara, or Fluffy, or Zoro, or Zora, or something like that. I can't stick to a name, and at this point they might as well just have multiple. Have as many names if you want. Oh my god. This is Clement, the Emolga. I originally wanted to call them Alicia, or however you pronounce it, but felt Clement just fit better, so... Officially on to Gen 6, we have Alan. His name is Alan, the Pancham. I don't remember why I named him Alan. Maybe it's after a person. I just don't really think it's a good name. They like shiny rocks. This is Iris, the Sylveon, who ironically shares a name with a dragon-type trainer. She loves music, along with her brother Carson. Wow, okay, Gen 6 was quick, but so will Gen 7, starting with Mimi the Mimikyu, who would opt to offer moral support, but has questionable morals. Here's Snowy the Alolan Vulpix. On top of, like, being one of my oldest Pokemon plushies, she's also Athena's best friend. Now on to Gen 8, we have Mac the Grookey. I distinctly remember, like, when I was getting her, I thought that she would be, like, physically disabled in some way, but, like, I was a kid, and I couldn't really build anything for her, so now I don't know if I should keep that or not. This is Aaron, the Score Bunny! Like Mac, I think they were supposed to have some sort of disability, like a speech impediment, but I was a kid and didn't know how to incorporate that, so they just kind of sound all raspy all of the time. Yeah, that's all I have to say. This is Trucy the Raboot, named after Trucy Wright from Ace Attorney. She's Aaron's older brother, and she likes law. This is Zane the Sobble, who, despite being a Sobble, isn't a massive crybaby. This is Diego, who took all of Zane's crybabiness. They are terrified and scared all the time. They will cry if you so much as look at them wrong. This is Carmen, Diego's mom, and their names together are meant to form a reference, because Carmen and Diego sounds like Carmen Sandiego for some reason. Turns out I have at least 2 Pokemon plushies for every generation, except Gen 9, which, don't worry, my wallet will cry for that soon. But let's get on to my second largest collection, shall we? Hey, I'm in this section. Also, my cat is here. Say hi, Nikki. Never mind. She, returned, after a minute or two. Anyway, I'm Sophie the cat, and I'm the mascot of this channel. Despite being called Waddle Plush, so you'd reasonably assume it would be a Waddle Dee, but, nope, it's me. This is Frady, and honestly, despite being a Halloween kitty, they're a bit of a scaredy cat. This is Witchy. Despite the fact she's a black cat, bad luck doesn't go to other people, it only goes to herself. This is Sissy! I got her for my birthday this year. This is Slush. I actually lost my old Slush, and then I found this new one at a 7-Eleven in the airport. Here's Kiki. Oh. Hello. Here's Kiki. Other than being very much in love with Slush, she wants to become a witch one day because of that one Ghibli movie. You know the one. Here's Oki. They love digging through trash, but they don't like eating it. Here's Sunday. She's in charge of Easter egg hunting. Here's Chimney. Thanks to being in an apartment most of the time, she can't really get stuck in her namesake. This is Snowfall, and she actually hates the winter because there's never any snow here! Oh hey, another Heather! Don't worry, she's nothing like the Heathers from Heathers. That was a really stupid joke. This is Opal. She's also interested in fashion, probably because her name is the same as Rarity's cat. This is Birthday Bear, but they don't really appear in my videos since my mom wants me to sell him, but he isn't very valuable. I searched it up. This is Piper. Even though we've had Beanie Boos and Beanie Babies before her, she was the one that got me interested in collecting a bunch of these guys, and now I have a really good collection of background characters. This is Atlas, and her and Piper, they hate each other. They hate each other so much. This is Helena, and they're friends with Heather. Yes, my favorite Beanie Baby, Holiday Teddy 1999. They probably won't appear in my videos either, because, they might be one of the sellable ones, but also, if they do, that is actually their name. It would be so funny. Here's Spangle. I only got them because they reminded me of Cloud Piece from Touhou. This is Regan, and I don't know how to pronounce their name right. This is Regina George. This is Phoenix, and she will be mean to you. This is Meadow, and they're a pharmacist. This is George. I'm pretty sure my mom bought him at a charity shop because we share a birthday. Just not in the same year. This is Scaredy. Despite being a Halloween plushie, they're a bit of a fraidy cat. This is Livy, and she's an epic gamer girl. Not really. This is Rowan. They dream one day they will open their pirate cafe. This is Spirit. They're here to protect and serve, or whatever cops say. I also made him a whistle, but I lost it somewhere. This is Cashew, my very first plushie. Or at least one of the first plushies that remained over the 17 years of me being alive and existing. Because of that, they are the mayor of whatever society this plush thing is. This is Muddles! Despite being friends and co-workers with Slush, they totally aren't jealous of him. This is Runner! They're just so silly. They're just so goober. They're just an old little goober that I found at a charity shop. This is Hunk. I don't really have a fun fact yet. This is Snooki. She, I don't know, makes Valentine's Day cards. This is Mai. She loves making chocolate but can never eat it. It's not because cats in real life can't eat chocolate or else they might get sick. It's just her specifically. This is Fantasia. For some reason, I think she's some sort of valley girl. It's really stupid. This is Jewel, the Walmart rarity. She designs clothes that she never makes. This is Gumball. She's a graffiti artist. This is Glamour. I've already mentioned several plushies that, are interested in clothing design. She's the one that wears the prototypes most of the time. And at last we have Rainbow. She likely likes traveling to places because my dad bought her at an airport for me and I thought that was really sweet, so I might as well homage the place that she was found. And those are the Beanie Boos and BB Deities done. Don't mind the fact that they're all in a pile. I genuinely do not have the time to organize them any more neatly. However, let's move on to the next collection. My Little Pony. My first hyperfixation, or possibly my first special interest, I don't know. You should have seen the amount of ponies I had. Here's Fluttershy. I found her at a random fun fair along with some other My Little Pony characters, but I was too shy to ask if I could get more than one unicorn plush, as they called it, so I only have her. This is Spike. I found him at the UK PonyCon. Speaking of UK PonyCon, this is their mascot, Britannica, if I'm even pronouncing that right. This is Starlight Glimmer. She was meant to be a gift for my mom, but it didn't exactly work out. Twilight Sparkle was also meant to be a gift for my mom so she could take her on vacation and stuff, and she would hear my voice because I did a little recording in her. Didn't realize that Twilight Sparkle would be much too big for that, so she just gave it to me eventually. Rainbow Dash was my first ever Build-A-Bear, and a headcanon she likes roller skating because, well, I gave her roller skates so she could roller skate around. I just don't have them on her right now. This is Princess Celestia, and I realized, over 2 years ago that her hair colors aren't the same as in the show, and now it bothers me for the rest of time. And lastly, we have Best Princess, Princess Luna. I got her, I think, back in 2017, and I put a grape scent in her. Many years later, she still smells like grape. And that's the ponies. Let's continue speeding our way through. I'm speedrunning from this point forward, so you probably won't hear from me till the end. Anyway, this is Sonic, and, yeah, I need a new Sonic. This is Dr. Ivo Robotnik, and even though he does still work on his own, he now has a mysterious boss. This is Tails, and for some reason they're slightly taller than my Sonic plushie. Here's Amy Rose. If you ever find my voice on hello. This is Amy Rose, and I have a tendency to voice act her in several Sonic Plus channels. It's a whole thing.
Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
I don't really have much to say about him. Here's Shadow, and he's actually my first Sonic plushie. I got him before Sonic himself. This is Little Cream, and I might make a little Cheese the Chow plush if I ever learn how to make plushies. And here's another Sonic that I won from a claw machine. I don't really know what to do with him. I could use him as an alternate form though, so that would be pretty cool. Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. I'm currently debating if they can talk or they just go, FLAIL! D, that's a name you should know. I actually don't know what direction I should go with D, because, like, what I'm thinking of is quite very much different from any other plush channel that has D in it. But I'll probably sort it out with a secret project I'm thinking of. Here's Meta Knight. I've had this headcanon for like quite some time that he's like physically weak, but his strength comes from his skill. I don't know where it came from because this is before I got on Tumblr. This is Chris the Waddle Dee. If you're wondering why their name is Chris instead of like a normal Waddle Dee name, I named them after my friend in 6th grade called Chris, spelt with a C. So I named them Chris after him, spelt with a K. And honestly, they're my favorite plushie, and this channel probably wouldn't be the way it is now without that random friend in 6th grade, because they're the one who got me to love Waddle Dees. This is Maglore. I was supposed to show you a funny clip of Maglore just making mac and cheese and going insane, but I found this instead! Thank you, I'll repay you for this. When did I record that? This is Marks, and him and Chris are best friends. Somehow. No one else knows why but me. And lastly, here's Taranza. They like taking care of flowers with Maglore now. This is Cam the cat. They wear this silly hat. If you make fun of their stature, they'll hit you with a bat. This is Charlotte the cat. This is Prince the pug. They have a lot of health issues. This is James the fox. At first their like bit or joke was like kind of not mocking, but like kind of being a satire of those plush channels that make like inappropriate jokes that aren't very funny. But then I realized that doing it also isn't very funny, so now I don't know what to do with him. Guess I could punt him! Hit my This is Henry the turtle, and he's a news reporter. Yeah, that's it. And lastly is Cassie. She's a nurse. This is Cherno. Though she claims to be the strongest, she isn't. Oh. This is... Anyway, she's my favorite Touhou character because she's a really cool doctor. This is Chan. She's very fond of catnip. This is Ran, and she's apparently Toby Fox's favorite Touhou character, though some sources now say it's Yukari. Speaking of Yukari, despite her laziness, she's one of the most powerful yokai in Gensokyo. That might not make a lot of sense if you're not a Touhou fan, but she's very strong! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Wish Bear, and I have no idea how I got a Care Bears hyperfixation of all things in 2024. Actually, I'm pretty sure it started earlier, I just don't remember one. This is Friend Bear, and I bought him because I love my friends. This is Calming Heart Bear. I bought her when I was, like, struggling with being calm. Also, she smells really good. And this is Flower Power Bear. I bought her because her colors are, like, so pretty, minus her belly badge. I'm sorry, girl. What is that? This is Monica. I can't decide if she's still evil or she's just friends with Dokis, maybe both, I don't know. This is Sayori. Don't worry, she's okay. This is Yuri. She probably reads some horror manga thanks to Natsuki. Speaking of Natsuki, I think I used to ship her with Yuri for some reason. This is Luigi. He misses his brother Mario very much because he's been gone for 5 years. Why did I do that? But yeah, seriously, Mario's been gone for 5 years. I lost him at a friend's house back in 2020, and we never managed to meet up ever again. This is Bowser, and my mom hates him. This is Yoshi. I found him at a random charity shop and I decided that I'd get him because my Mario collection is minuscule. This is Frisk, and it took me years to realize that they were a bootleg, so I might make my own Frisk and Chara plushies if I ever learn how to sew plushies. This is Chara, they love chocolate, and I accidentally cut a hole in their back with a dull knife thinking it wouldn't work. It did. This is Sans, and I'm actually considering them being like an actual court case judge, just because I think it would be funny. Speaking of court cases. This is Phoenix Wright, and I sold like a bunch of old video games and tech at CEX just so I would be able to afford him and the rest of the gang. Miles Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth, everyone's favorite gay prosecutor. I'm pretty sure everyone on the internet knows the ship about these two. Actually, shipping in itself could be its own video. Just not today. And this is Maya. Maya's my favorite. She's so cute. This is Chloe O'Bearsey. My mom bought her and Michelle on like a trip somewhere because she thought they were Beanie Boos. I was initially upset, but like honestly, these girls grew on me. They're so cute. This is Michelle. She has a last name, but I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce it. And this is Aspen Burringe. She's canonically the richest plushie here, aside from like Tom Nook. So do with that information as you will. This is Veronica. I named her that because one of my mom's friends wanted this plushie named after her, but at that point she already had a name, so I gave it to her instead. This is Gumdrops! Like Veronica, I didn't actually get her a Build-A-Bear, I just found her at a charity shop and I was just like, you need a new home. You're coming with me. And this is Cotton. I got her a Build-A-Bear last year after years of not going to one. Probably because my parents spent so much money on the My Little Pony ones. Hey, hi, I'm halfway through editing and only just now realized I forgot my Animal Crossing characters. Just pretend Isabelle and Tom Nook were here, okay? Okay, back to the video. Here's Link. I got him really early in my plush collection and yeah, his shoes reflect that. This is Ralsei. He can't exactly see very well since his glasses broke. I really need to get a replacement. This is Critter, the autism kitty. I think it's pretty obvious why I bought this one. I feel like in every plush collection video, there's always a new one that doesn't have a name. Anyway, this is a Inkling Girl. She needs a better name than Inkling Girl. This is Paddington. I've had him for like a really long time, but I lost his hat in the old house and I don't know what to do. This is Big SMG4. It was a train conductor in an unreleased plush video that I'm not showing you. This is Puro, and the video that they were in was the first video to reach 1,000 views. It's near 2,000 views now. What? This is Thumper. I don't know much about them since I've never watched Bambi, but they were a gift from one of my mom's friends. This is Miffy. However, me and my mom originally forgot her name, so we just looked at her tag and went, Nincha. This is Whisk, and somehow I haven't lost her mask, despite the fact it like falls over all the time. This is Cyprin! In the middle of retaking this over and over, because I accidentally gave spoilers for In Stars in Time, or I just messed up my words, I randomly thought that Cyprin and Sans would be friends, because they're both funny jokes pun people. And this is Hatsune Miku! If I ever make Miku talk, it would probably just be the Vocaloid itself. They'll have to pay for that. And at last, the final collection! This is Turty! If memory serves me right, I think I found him in my hotel room and I just kept him. This is Guinevere, but she's quite insecure about her fur after I threw her in the dryer. But PIKACHU loves her anyway. This is Maui. My mom bought her during her honeymoon in, well, you can guess where. And she eventually gave her to me. This is a panda I think my mom bought because I lost Babu. I'll get Babu back. But I'll keep this one too. This is Canada. Another gift from one of my mom's friends. She has a lot of friends and they like giving me plushies. This is Poppy. I find her particularly interesting because she was dressed with love by injured ex-military personnel. This is the Sugar Plum Fairy. Not much to say, she's just a Sugar Plum Fairy. Apparently his name is Futex. I found him in a charity shop. Well, I couldn't find him anywhere else. It's really old. This is Avivaka. One of my mom's friends strikes again as she bought this for me while I was in Russia for... Well, you can probably guess, it's on his shirt. Okay, she doesn't have a name either, but she was part of the bookend. So was he, but I took him off the bookend, obviously. Ah, yes, another gift from one of my mom's friends. She nor her kid have any names, but they're really nice. This is Caramel the bunny. She is weighted and is meant to help me sleep better. And last but not least, another plushie without a name. So I can probably just name him Herods. So... And that is everyone. And I tallied everything up so I don't have to recount everyone again. And 182. Yeah. Now you guys don't even need to see my room to know it's a mess. But that's okay, because now I can finally... Sophie? Yeah, Isabel? What do you mean we're moving in 4 days? Well, you kind of took too long. Surely I can... We have to pack now? Yeah, I'm really sorry. But I had to... You kind of have to wait.